will ruin your life. Lying will ruin your goddamn life.
Opportunity to be back into the spotlight. You know what I mean? And that's what you have with Floyd. So, you know, I think Floyd has to make a decision.
Floyd Mayweather, it's a bad situation for Floyd because the last thing Floyd wants in his life is more legal problems.
That's true.
He doesn't want that. But what I wonder is, with so many smooth transactions that Floyd has been a part of, jewelry-wise, in the last 4 or 5 years, longer than that actually, what went wrong in this particular transaction?
It's so fun.
Kevin Hart mocked Floyd Mayweather Jr. over his disputed $42 million property claim, joking that dishonesty can eventually damage a person's life. Hart poked fun at Mayweather's fixation on wealth and suggested that exaggerated claims about money were beginning to backfire. He added that constantly trying to display riches had already hurt Floyd's credibility and personal reputation.
Cancel Christmas. It's over for you. You hear me? It's over for you. Oh boy. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
Kevin Hart did not hold back when reacting to the latest financial claims made by Floyd Mayweather Jr. Known for his quick humor and blunt remarks, Hart directly addressed Mayweather's controversial property statements. He suggested that the situation had gone beyond being merely outrageous and had started to appear unrealistic.
I want to talk about it. What the is going on, man? What the is going on?
I want to address this. What's really going on? Kevin Hart questioned while reacting to the situation surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. The two share some history, including a past interview where Hart asked Mayweather why nearly every conversation with him eventually leads back to money. Floyd responded without hesitation, explaining that he grew up with very little in a troubled household where hustling was common. According to him, those early experiences shaped the way he thinks. Money wasn't simply a symbol of success, but a form of security. His response offered insight into why he so often displays his wealth as a kind of protection.
Yo, talk to me.
Floyd Money Mayweather, baby. How you doing, man?
You know how it is. Same old program.
Ask me to send my case.
It better be money.
You damn right it is.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Now, if there's money in there, I need it.
White hand, take this so Floyd don't take it from me. Nah, if you want to do that, if you want to do the white hand, that's on you.
Well, white hand gonna feel his black hand.
Yeah, well, look like white hand.
Put your rope over there on the hook. That you went through to get you to the place to where now it's about the money and you celebrate the money.
It was a long journey.
A long journey.
I come from a fighting family. 7 of us in a 1-bedroom in Jersey.
Goddamn.
Dad, was a hustler. A former fighter, hustler. My mom had it, extremely hard, but, kept believing, kept working hard, and we made it happen.
Why do you think you were the one?
From day one, I knew it.
Mayweather Jr. has long built his public image around displays of wealth. He often showcases bank balances as if they were trophies and presents stacks of cash like milestones. From private jets to diamond-covered watches, his lifestyle is centered on visible luxury, frequently highlighted across social media. For Mayweather, displaying money represents influence and status. Yet the more these displays appear, the more some observers question whether the image is beginning to outweigh the reality behind it.
Money Man is getting ready. For Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas, we had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. Well, yeah. I need everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl. But whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal, right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate just off apartment.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. often emphasized that he handled his business decisions on his own, without relying on managers or advisors. In professional boxing, that approach is uncommon, as most athletes depend on financial and management teams. Mayweather took pride in making his own calls and believed he could outmaneuver the system, but that level of control also meant responsibility fell solely on him when problems appeared. What was once praised as confidence and independence is now viewed by some as risky, with critics suggesting that without oversight, the foundation of his financial empire may have been more fragile than it seemed.
Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's, can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him. And but he does, everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry, because I love a row and I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean. But after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got sting coming at my ass.
Mayweather Jr.'s decision to control his finances personally has also been linked to disputes, including a lawsuit from a jeweler who alleged that Mayweather left with high-value jewelry without completing the payment. According to the claim, there was no discussion of delayed payment or later settlement, with Mayweather reportedly stating that the situation came down to him simply forgetting.
So, a Miami jeweler that goes by the name of Leonard Suleymanov is like, give me my money. Give me my money. So he is hitting Floyd Mayweather with a huge lawsuit. Y'all, we're talking about a cool $4 million for some luxurious watches and diamonds that Floyd supposedly forgot to pay for. Y'all know he forget to cash checks. So maybe, you know what I'm saying? He might have forgot to pay for it for real. So even, y'all tell me if I'm saying this right.
Level of confidence suggests someone who believes ordinary rules may not apply to him. These claims are not merely speculation. They are matters documented in formal legal filings involving Floyd Mayweather Jr.
He likes his jewelers, he's got his jewelers that he likes, but also if he sees a piece he likes, he's gonna buy it.
It's almost as if he fights to support his jewelry buying habit.
It's pretty true. I mean, look at the way that we've seen this. What happened in Miami this week, though, was not the case. I mean, it's not like he went in there and made somebody rich. As a matter of fact, it ended up with the cops being called. We are being told that he walked into a place called the Diamond Club Fine Jewelry Shop in Miami and was looking at stuff, and when the jeweler busted out a very expensive stone, an argument ensued between Floyd and the jeweler. Now, it's unclear exactly what they were arguing about, but intensely and so quickly that the cops were called to the jewelry store, and Floyd ended up leaving without buying anything, left. So he wasn't there to speak with cops when cops arrived, but what usually results in financial, an explosion resulted in the cops being called. This is a bad situation for everybody involved, don't you guys think?
Yes, bad situation for the jeweler because they didn't get their windfall of money from Floyd Mayweather. It's a bad situation for Floyd because the last thing Floyd wants in his life is more legal problems.
That's true.
He doesn't want that. But what I wonder is, with so many smooth transactions that Floyd has been a part of jewelry-wise in the last 4 or 5 years, longer than that actually, what went wrong in this particular transaction?
It's so funny. Babcock, you can attest to this too. We've been calling everybody connected to this. Floyd's camp ain't saying anything.
Journalists attempted to verify Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s reported large-scale real estate purchases. They encountered conflicting information. A representative acknowledged that the deals existed, but declined to confirm the details publicly or speak on the record.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple...
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and 100 and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably 62 buildings.
So think about it. If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Right. Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to spend lavishly. Rumors about financial trouble persist. Joe Rogan recently criticized his ongoing exhibition bouts, remarking that the motivation appears to be financial. Rogan suggested that individuals with lasting wealth typically do not chase frequent quick payouts. As a result, Mayweather's constant effort to project luxury has led some observers to view it less as celebration and more as a necessity to maintain his image.
He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
Hey, they give them to him?
Yeah.
One disputes the skill Floyd Mayweather Jr. displayed inside the ring, but his frequent self-promotion has distanced some supporters. He often measures himself against boxing's greatest figures and claims that no one in the sport's history has matched his accomplishments. While that level of confidence may have once inspired fans, many now view the constant boasting as excessive.
Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis that guy?
Beginning, Floyd Mayweather Jr. understood that a career in boxing wouldn't last forever. He created brands, started promotions, and secured lucrative deals. However, his approach to pursuing wealth often drew criticism. Unpaid debts, exaggerated earnings, and questionable claims left a trail of controversy. While his business moves were bold, many argue they were more about appearances than solid financial strategy.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Mayweather Jr. has openly acknowledged that many of his investments are essentially blind wagers. He explained that he often puts money into ventures that others don't fully grasp, believing that such opportunities hold the future, even though they carry a high risk of failure. In fact, he admitted that roughly 90% of these investments don't succeed.
I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me, and it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. faced Logan Paul. The fight was clearly motivated by money rather than legacy. Analysts observed that Mayweather wasn't advancing the sport. He was capitalizing on celebrity buzz. Even Oscar De La Hoya.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
After facing Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to hint at a potential rematch. The motivation isn't fan demand, it's financial. He views it as one final opportunity to cash in big. Rather than proving anything in the ring, the focus is on money, giving the impression of urgency. For a fighter whose legacy is already established, repeatedly returning to the spotlight purely for profit can make him appear more financially strained than courageous.
Be the value in seeing it a second time. The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability and what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and, you know, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100?
Snoop Dogg once asked Floyd Mayweather Jr. how he became so wealthy. Floyd's answer was familiar: hard work, hustle, and smart decisions. Yet now, with signs that his fortune may be shrinking, he clings to that image of wealth more aggressively than ever. Despite earning hundreds of millions, his finances face scrutiny. From IRS tax liens to unpaid debts and questionable purchases, raising doubts about the true stability of his wealth. His continued sale of appearances and exhibition fights suggests a deeper reality. A man who cannot afford to stop earning because his spending has never slowed.
You got the news. The beef between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather is heating up again. 50 Cent posted a video calling out Floyd's claim of spending $400 million on NYC apartments, saying there's no proof of the purchase. The long-running feud continues, with 50 Cent suggesting Floyd's real estate empire may be a fancy fantasy. Floyd has remained silent, but the drama shows no signs of ending.
Floyd Mayweather just signed a deal to lease an apartment in Midtown Manhattan. He's going to be paying $100,000 per month for this place. Here's the apartment, you guys. It's got 5 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 4,000 square feet, and the place is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The description says that this is a double unit and it is a corner unit, so you got a ton of natural light in here. Do you think this place is worth $100,000 per month? Why would Floyd spend $100,000 a month on this apartment? If I had to guess, it would be a combination of owning something is just kind of a liability. Plus, I'm pretty sure whenever you rent a place versus buy a place for business purposes, you're able to write off more of that lease payment. So if I had to guess, that $100,000 per month is going to be a pretty big write-off for him based on how he plans to use this place.
50 Cent has long suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s wealth is largely exaggerated, and recent reports seem to support that view. Journalists attempting to verify Mayweather's real estate holdings have found little to substantiate his claims. Despite ongoing lawsuits, tax problems, and mounting skepticism, he continues to spend like a billionaire. Exotic cars, private jets, and lavish shopping remain staples of his lifestyle. Yet the numbers don't fully align, leaving the possibility that he is either concealing significant debt or refusing to face financial reality. Regardless, the display of wealth goes on, even if the foundation underneath may be unstable.
Now, this comes amid, rumors of Floyd Mayweather being stuck in Dubai because he owes people money. And, these are coming from trustworthy sources: Gervonta Davis, Floyd Mayweather, people who know about Floyd Mayweather's inner life. But back to TMZ. So they reported Floyd Mayweather was courtside for last night's pivotal Clippers versus Mavericks game. But before money got to the arena, he was handing it out, blessing 3 homeless men with $30K. Now, there are no pictures, there is no video of this happening, but there is an official TMZ article, and TMZ usually gets it right. TMZ also said, we're told Mayweather began talking to the guys and decided he wanted to help, so he busted out his backpack and blessed each guy with 10 racks. Anyways, he says, just got off the phone with my guy in Dubai. He told me that Floyd Mayweather is definitely being held by the government court system there as he owes a substantial amount of money in Dubai. They take indebtedness over there very seriously. Was told the debt is unassociated with boxing. Floyd's desperately trying to work things out to no avail so far. So at Gervonta Davis is correct that Floyd's being held there. And Floyd Mayweather has made no public statements regarding this. These are his last 2 Instagram posts. So 6 days ago, he was still in Dubai, and that's the same day they said he was at a basketball game, which, you know, it still doesn't make any sense. And then this post as well, this was just 4 hours ago. He reposted this. This is his second time posting this. He posted this a few days ago.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you next time.